So just finished this gig where on the spectrum of like, you know, focus of attention, more like a concert, you know, on a stage, whatever, to kind of background music. This is a little bit more on the background music. It was a restaurant, very small space, quiet, kind of intimate setting. And while, you know, we were very well received, and I think people really enjoyed us, and it was a really great vibe and mood and energy in the room. And certainly, you know, this was probably in recent memory one of the gigs where I felt like people were really, you know, engaged with us at one of the highest levels that I can recall. Nonetheless, our approach and our what we were putting out into the room was much more as requested kind of background. Um, so getting ready for a gig like that, when I know that from the outset, or even if it becomes apparent upon arrival, some of the things I did to get ready. um, so I made sure that the gear I was bringing definitely projected a sort of reasonable smallness to it. So I didn't want to bring anything that was big, complicated. Wanted to make sure that my footprint in the room kind of said I'm contained. Um, I made the decision to bring a different guitar than I normally would bring. I brought my nylon because not only does it kind of project that mood as well, but also as an instrument, it is one that, you know, definitely takes the energy that I'm putting into it and, you know, absorbs some of that, eats some of that up, and um, you know, in its own character is such that it is going to be, you know, a quieter, more intimate um, kind of guitar to play, and it's going to carry through because if that's what I'm hearing, you know, in my immediate space, it's going to affect and influence how I sing. And then coming over here, you know, my self coaching on the way over is like, okay, I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the same kind of songs, but I'm gonna approach them all differently. I'm gonna approach them with, you know, quiet intensity. That's typically my watchword. I don't want it to be. I don't want to make quiet be equated with low energy. I want to be quiet but intense. I want to have passion. I want to use space. I want to sometimes create holes and just use silence as a weapon. Use silence as an arranging tool. But just know that I'm going to put a tighter constraint around my energy, but I want it to be apparent, just as apparent as if I were letting it roar. So, in a nutshell, that's it. And I'll maybe do a couple little quick examples of we filmed it as we do all our gigs, and you know, Gene, of course, he knows the drill, and didn't even need to be like we didn't even need to have a discussion. This is that kind of gig. He shows up with his jazz box, his smaller amp. We're in a smaller space. We're right next to each other. We're lowering our volume, and then we are having the same kind of interplay and energy, but just kind of spinning it and refocusing it into that quiet intensity. So let's maybe look at a couple examples and.
High moon, yellow moon, smoke from the chimney. She wears a dress that is perfect. Take her off. Dark eyes, yellow eyes. kindness is your virtue, you're attracted to unkind. Oh, everybody falls in love with someone who's not right. Kisses how they use you, and the phone gives not a peep. There is no explanation for the promise you can't keep. Oh, heartbreak, you don't make it break. Wasn't an attitude that's no perception in your mind, honestly. Then you want to change the world, but will it be a better place?
Hopefully that's a helpful description of kind of the approach to retooling yourself for one kind of gig versus another. And anyway, till next time.